Hello, creatives. How are we doing? Hope you are doing great. Welcome back to John Visual. So, in this section of our tutorial, I'll be guiding us on how to create a customized lens flare without any stress. So, without wasting much of your time, let's get started. The first thing I will do here is to create a solid color. How do I create that solid color? I'll go to my adjustment layer, click on it, select my solid color and change the background to black. Change my background to black. The next thing I will do here is to add or create a new layer. I'll create a new layer, select my brush tool, then go to my foreground color. I'll go to my foreground color and select, I'll click on it to select the type of color I want to use as a lens flare. So let's play, it can be white, it can be orange, it can be yellow, it can be red, depending on what you're actually working with. The lens flare depends on what you're actually working with, but lens flare mainly or basically works perfectly when you are using orange or a shade of orange. So that is what we are going to be using here. You're going to be using orange and a shade of orange to create a customized lens flare. Okay, so I'll select this particular color. All I'll do is just to copy the color code. I'll click OK. I'll leave my flow at 100. Click once. We are having something like this. So another thing I will do here is to add a shade of this orange to it. I'll add a shade of orange, a kind of lighter color to it. I'll click it. This time around I'll reduce my brush size to get my desired result, something like this. Okay, so all I have to do here is to change it from normal to screen, but before then we've already created a lens flare. I'll change it to screen. Remove this. Look at what we are having. So I'm going to be saving this lens flare. I'll save this lens flare by pressing Alt Control S. I'll choose a folder for it. So let me just call it, lens flare. Lens flare. I'll save it now. Okay, so let's see how this lens flare works. Okay, I will delete this. Let me bring a project that I want to use the lens flare on. So let's use, let me check a picture, a design that can. Okay, so let's use this one. This very one. So all I have to do now is to import the lens flare we created. Look at the lens flare here. I'll bring it here. So I'll change it from normal to screen. I will see what we are having. This is normal, this is screen. So this is how to create lens flare using your brush tool. All right, so let's look at another way of creating lens flare using your ellipse tool. Sorry. So I'll add a new, I'll just click on it. I'll hold my shift key and to get a perfect ellipse. So this is what we are having here. So the next thing I will do here is to go to my shape property. I'll click on my shape property, go to feather and increase the feather. This is another way of creating I'll increase my feather here. I'll increase my feather, the feather of it. So let me add another color. This is too much. Okay, so I'll add another color to it. Let's add this very color to it. So I'll create a new layer. Select my brush tool and just tap once, click once. Just click once. Okay, we have something like so. I'm going to hide the layers we have here and then save this by pressing Alt Ctrl S. Select my desktop. So I will call this lens flare 2. Lens flare 2. Okay, I'm going to delete it, restore back this. So I want to make use of the second lens flare we created using our ellipse 2. So this is it here. Let's see how it will come out. So all I have to do is to change the blending mode from normal to screen. You can set to reduce the size of it. So I'll hold my alternate and drag. So this is, I've created a lens flare here. Can set to duplicate it. Bring another one here. Somewhere here. Depending on your choice or the position you want your lens flare to be. So this is one of the ways of creating lens flare. Please do well to comment, like, share, and subscribe. If you have any question, leave it at the comment section. I'll attend to it. Thank you. See you in the next tutorial.